What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
This way, babe. Go down. You going on the side.
Go, Hailey, don't fall, don't fall. Oh my God.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Picture this, Justin and Hailey Bieber, the golden couple everyone thought had it all figured out, now caught in a whirlwind of drama that no one saw coming. From their picture-perfect marriage to the whispers of cracks behind the scenes, things have gone from honeymoon bliss to a full-on reality check. Fans are tuning in, waiting for the truth to finally surface, and it's not what anyone expected. What happened to the fairy tale? Well, buckle up, because this isn't just a love story, it's a behind-the-scenes roller coaster. Hit that subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and stick around. This ride is only getting started. For months, fans have been picking up on subtle signs. From awkward red carpet appearances to the strange body language, something always felt off between Justin and Hailey. On the outside, they appeared picture perfect, but it wasn't hard to notice that something seemed to be brewing beneath the surface. Take those red carpet moments. There were times when Hailey was visibly distant, not quite engaging with Justin the way we've seen other couples do. And Justin, he often seemed uncomfortable, almost as if he was putting on a show. It wasn't just the occasional awkward pose or stiff smile, it was a pattern. Fans have pointed out how their interactions were often filled with tension, with Hailey seeming more reserved and Justin coming across as either overly protective or distant. And now, new reports have surfaced that suggest Hailey may have been silently struggling all along. According to sources, she's been carrying a lot of the emotional weight in their relationship, trying to hold things together while dealing with her own feelings of uncertainty. Could it be that what we've been seeing publicly was just a mask for something much deeper? It seems like those moments we brushed off as just celebrity weirdness were actually more telling than we realized. And now, Hailey's friends are speaking out. Those closest to her are revealing a side of the story that fans weren't seeing. Apparently, Hailey's been trying to protect Justin, even at the cost of her own mental and emotional well-being. She's been putting up this front, trying to shield him from the public eye, all while struggling behind closed doors. Friends close to her have said that Hailey has been shouldering the burden of their relationship on her own, trying to hold everything together while dealing with the pressure of being in the spotlight. These aren't just anonymous sources either. These are people who know her well and are now coming forward to share a different side of the story. It's clear now that Hailey has been more affected than we thought, and she's been keeping her struggles under wraps in order to protect Justin and their image. What's even more surprising is how these revelations have begun to piece together the subtle signs that we might have missed at first. Those quiet moments, those offhand comments, they were all clues. And now, as more people speak out, it's starting to paint a clearer picture of a much more complicated situation. Let's break it down and see what's really been happening behind the scenes, because the truth may be far more complex than we ever imagined. The drama started escalating when Justin's mental health became the focus of attention. For a while now, fans had noticed that something was off. Justin was showing clear signs of exhaustion, looking disoriented, zoning out in public, and just not being himself. It wasn't the energetic, fun-loving Justin we were used to seeing. Fans started to worry about him, but what really caught the attention of those closest to him were the signs of how it was affecting Hailey as well. It became obvious that she wasn't just dealing with a stressed out husband, she was carrying the emotional weight of their relationship, and it was starting to take a toll. According to reports, the Jenner sisters were the first to see the full extent of the problem, and they were deeply concerned for Hailey's well-being. They reportedly saw the stress and emotional strain she was under before anyone else did. And while they were worried about Justin's mental state, their biggest concern was Hailey. They didn't want her to be pushed to the edge, trying to hold everything together on her own. So the Jenner sisters allegedly tried to intervene, organizing a private meeting in an attempt to help Hailey out, encourage her to get the support she needed, and maybe even get Justin to address the issues. Kendall and Kylie's role here is key. They saw something was wrong and acted quickly to help the situation before it spiraled out of control. However, when Hailey was asked about the intervention, her response raised a lot of eyebrows. Instead of acknowledging the seriousness of the situation, she brushed it off, downplaying it as no big deal. She claimed that Justin was dealing with only minor issues and that they were working through things together. But fans immediately picked up on something that didn't sit right with them. Hailey's reaction felt too rehearsed, almost as if she was trying to smooth things over and avoid confronting the real problem. Why downplay it when there's clearly more going on behind the scenes? It seemed like she was covering up more than she was letting on, and fans couldn't help but question if she was trying to protect Justin from public scrutiny or even protect herself from the full truth coming to light. The more Hailey downplayed the situation, the more fans speculated that she was hiding the extent of the emotional strain she was under. Was she trying to maintain an image of control and perfection while internally things were falling apart? Her response left more questions than answers, making everyone wonder, was Hailey really fine? Or was she hiding the truth to keep things from getting worse? Things started to unravel even further when a video surfaced of Justin at rapper Sexy Red's birthday party. In this clip, Justin appeared completely different from how he's been seen in recent months. He was all smiles, laughing, and vibing with the music like there were no worries on his mind. He seemed at ease, as if the weight of the world had been lifted off his shoulders. Fans immediately noticed the contrast between his behavior at the party and his usual public interactions with Hailey. At the birthday party, Justin was carefree and completely comfortable, the kind of energy that he hasn't shown in a while. This moment was in stark contrast to the strained or awkward vibes we often see when he's with Hailey, especially at public events or when the cameras are rolling. It was almost like two different people. Fans started to ask, why did he seem so relaxed and happy at a party with Sexy Red, yet so distant and tense around Hailey? His behavior was not matching up with the image of a happily married man. The more people watched the video, the more they started questioning whether Justin was genuinely happy in his marriage, or if there were deeper issues at play that we hadn't seen before. Then the comment sections exploded. One fan's comment struck a nerve. Why does he look happier with her than with Hailey? It wasn't just one or two people who noticed the shift in Justin's energy. Fans everywhere started comparing the two situations. They pointed out how at Sexy Red's party, Justin was completely in his element, surrounded by friends, and he seemed genuinely happy. In contrast, when he's with Hailey, it's a different story. Fans couldn't help but notice how tense Justin often appears around Hailey, whether they're on the red carpet or at more intimate events. His body language with her is noticeably different. There's a stiffness, a sense of distance that wasn't there in the video with Sexy Red. Despite Sexy Red herself trying to shut down the speculation, saying that Justin was just as happy with Hailey, fans were not convinced. They pointed out how Justin looked completely at ease in the party video, something that was hard to ignore. They felt that his body language told a different story, a story of someone more relaxed and more comfortable than he typically appears when he's with his wife. It was a sharp contrast, and it made fans start to wonder, was Justin really happy in his marriage, or was there something deeper going on that he was hiding? The conversation quickly turned from questioning his behavior to wondering if this party moment was a clue to the unraveling of his relationship. Was he showing a side of himself that he couldn't show when he was with Hailey? It left fans wondering, what's really happening behind the scenes of their marriage? Now let's talk about the narrative that's been circulating for years, the one where Justin is stuck in the middle of a love triangle with Hailey and Selena Gomez. For the longest time, fans have watched him flip between the two, unsure of who he would choose. But now there's a shift happening. People are starting to flip the script and point the finger at Justin, realizing that he's been the one playing both women from the start. The public narrative has always painted him as a guy torn between two loves, but fans are beginning to wake up and see something deeper at play. When you look back at his behavior, it starts to feel like he's been the one controlling the situation all along. Instead of truly committing to either Hailey or Selena, Justin has been juggling both relationships. The more fans look at the details, the way he interacts with them, how he manipulates situations to keep them both close, it's clear that he's been playing both sides, and that isn't love. That's manipulation. For years, Justin has been portrayed as the misunderstood guy stuck between two women, but now more people are seeing him as the mastermind behind the drama, orchestrating everything in his favor while keeping both women in limbo. A growing theory now gaining traction is that Justin has been using both Selena and Hailey as backup plans all along. Fans are starting to believe that he's been keeping them both in his life, but never fully committing to either one. It's almost as if he's been ensuring that no matter what happens with Selena, Hailey is always there and vice versa. It makes sense when you look at the pattern of Justin's actions. He's kept Selena in his orbit while holding onto Hailey as his safe option. This theory suggests that Justin has kept them both close enough to be available, but never fully gave either woman the commitment they truly deserve. With Selena, it's been a back and forth relationship, never fully moving forward, always leaving the door open for a possible reunion. And with Hailey, he hasn't fully let down his guard either, always maintaining a sense of distance in their marriage, leading fans to question how genuine their relationship really is. This is not love, this is control. Fans are now realizing that Justin might have been stringing both women along, never committing fully, always keeping his options open. If you think about it, his behavior starts to look more like manipulation than true affection. And now the big question is, was Hailey just a backup when things weren't working out with Selena? Was she always just the fallback? Or is Justin simply incapable of being fully invested in a relationship? Fans are starting to question Justin's true intentions, and with every new piece of evidence, it's starting to feel like this toxic pattern has been going on behind the scenes for years. Look closely at Hailey in interviews or videos and you'll start to notice something. She always appears stiff, like she's walking on eggshells. There's a tension in her body language, a sense of caution, as if she's constantly measuring her words, afraid of saying something wrong. That's not normal in a healthy relationship. In moments where she's asked about Justin, her responses are guarded, and you can almost feel the weight she's carrying. It's as if she's tiptoeing around the truth, not wanting to say the wrong thing, not wanting to upset the delicate balance that exists between them. Fans have picked up on this, and it's becoming harder to ignore. Her nervous energy is telling a different story than the one she's trying to project. Behind the polished exterior, there's a woman who's been struggling to maintain her composure, all while dealing with the emotional toll of a relationship that's not what it appears on the surface. Sources close to Hailey are starting to speak out, revealing that she's emotionally drained, feeling checked out from the relationship. The cracks in their marriage are becoming more visible, and it's clear that Hailey has been carrying a heavy emotional burden for far too long. She's been the one defending Justin, trying to hold everything together, but it's taking a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. She's been putting on a brave face, trying to protect their image, but behind closed doors, it's starting to break her down. Fans are finally beginning to see it. They're noticing the signs of exhaustion, the moments where she looks like she's just holding on. Hailey has reached a breaking point, and it's hard to ignore the emotional weight she's been shouldering. She's been trying to save her marriage, but the question now is how much more can she take before it all falls apart? Then Justin's dad, Jeremy, tweeted something that left fans scratching their heads. "I've never known a parent that said, 'I wish I didn't have a child.'" Fans immediately started speculating that this cryptic message could be tied to Justin's struggles with fatherhood and his marriage. Was he trying to make a subtle statement about his son's emotional state? Or was it a reflection of the pressures and struggles Justin has been facing? Either way, it only added fuel to the fire, leaving fans to wonder just how deep the issues go within their family. For years, Hailey has been painted as the mean girl in the love triangle with Justin and Selena, often facing harsh criticism from fans. But what if the narrative we've been fed isn't the full story? What if Hailey hasn't been the villain, but rather someone who's been trying to hold everything together while quietly dealing with her own emotional pain? What if she's been protecting Justin, trying to save their relationship at the expense of her own happiness? As more layers of her silent struggle come to light, it's becoming harder to ignore the emotional toll she's been enduring behind the scenes. As more of Hailey's quiet struggles are revealed, fans are starting to see her in a new light. It's clear now that she's been carrying a lot more weight than we realized, her strength, her resilience. It's time people understand what's really been going on behind closed doors, and it's more complex than anyone could have imagined. If you want to stay up to date with all the drama as it unfolds, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is really happening between Justin and Hailey? The truth is slowly coming to light, and it's messier than anyone expected. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.